Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Average Joe Trading Morning Show. I guess that's what we're going to call it from now on. Where you get to see me, watch me build my watch list and kind of get my thoughts on for today. But the most important part is you get a message from me. So hopefully you think they're worthwhile and that they help you um, really put your day in perspective or put your trading career in perspective. So this morning, my message is don't get bitter, get better. So what do I mean by that? It's pretty much self-explanatory. You have to make a decision when things go bad and things don't go the way you want it to. You have to make a decision. Do you want to do you want to sit there and get mad and fester in it? Or do you want to pick up and move on? Or do you want to use that situation to get better? Because, just like in life, in trading, it's not the hand that you're dealt so much, but it's how you play it. It's all how you play that hand. So I talk to traders all the time. I get emails and messages from them all the time about they're discouraged and they've been doing this for months and it just hasn't been working out, and whatever issues they're having, it's just seems to be so much for them to overcome. And that's why I always recommend taking small steps, just taking baby steps and small incremental steps, because that's how we grew up. Everything we did in life, we just didn't automatically start doing it. We had to grow, and we took these small baby steps and we grew into who we are today. And that's how we have to be as traders. And I get haters, people that are against the doing small and all of that, and that's fine. That I use that as my motivation. I don't get bitter at them. They can say whatever they want to say. I had one yesterday, the guy saying, calling me a scam because I have a paid service. Okay, you got to look at the whole thing. I'm not getting rich off of this. I'm providing a service, but that's what I'm providing. You've never been in here. You don't know what we're doing. You don't see it. So I'm not going to let that fester. I'm not going to let it get me bitter. It's going to make me work harder. And that's what you have to use these days for. I don't we have a decision to let bad situations or bad circumstances or bad comments get into our heart and make us bitter, or we can decide to not let it fester, to not give it power, and just continue to get better. There shouldn't be any bad days in trading. You should never have a bad day. You should never let one bad trade should never let one bad trade take you out of your game. You should never let that one bad trade ruin your whole day. You move on from it. And at night, that's when you sit down and you look at it and you say, well, what mistakes did I make? What can I do now to get better? What can I do to change this circumstance for the next time? But during the day, you move on. You file it away, you move on, and you move to the next trade. Because if you let that one trade get you down and you get upset about it, it's going to ruin your whole day, and you're going to have a bad day. So we have bad moments, we have bad trades, but we can't let that get to us. You know, I feel questions all the time about, you know, how can you be so positive when you get stopped out? That's part of the game. You know, I don't let it get me down, because if it was a trade that went against me, I'm not going to get mad at the stock. I'm not going to get mad at the market or the market makers. If I make a mistake, I'm not going to sit there and just get angry with myself. You know, I may be disappointed, but I'm going to pick up and move on. It's time to go to the next trade. You know, we still in the market, we still engaged. So I don't get bitter at myself. I look at getting better. And that's what we have to do. You know, I was in a study group last night. They asked me to come in and answer a question, and they asked me, well, how can, when you make a mistake, like I did yesterday, I made a mistake getting in a trade. You know, why is it that you just don't take it off and you're able to manage it and make a winner out of it? Well, it's not panicking. You know, it's what I learned, and I used to do that. But as I learned at night when I reviewed my trades and I looked at the mistakes I made, I realized every time you get into a trade, it doesn't go your way. A lot of times it's going to go opposite the way you want for a minute. And that is a profit opportunity if I'm in going the wrong way. So I don't look to make a big profit. I look to, you know, use the chart, use the technicals, and if we get a little, you know, move going the wrong way, then I can profit from it, and then I can get back in the trade and go the way that I want it to go. So it's not about getting bitter, getting mad at yourself. It's all about getting better. So just keep that in mind as you continue to move forward. All right, let's look at what our list today. We got a pretty decent list here. So first, before I start looking at the ones over 100 bucks, I'm gonna look at what we have here. So ACIA, let's see, what's up with it? It was one of the first ones that hit the gap scan this morning. Let's see, AC. I wanted to look at a chart too while I'm looking at this. Okay, earnings, and they had a conference call yesterday. So everything that happens today should be clean. Let's see, HCLP. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what the catalyst is on it. This isn't earnings. I don't remember this being on the earnings calendar. Offering of common stock, that was yesterday. Stock investors keep buying the rumor until the news is out. Yeah, buy the rumor, sell the news. That's what people like to say. But not interested in that. There's my old buddy X. What's up with X? I almost traded it yesterday afternoon. Looks like we're still going down. We're still fading. It's based on Trump's. This is a Trump play. So I'll look at it for a short today. See if we can keep shorting it. This may be an all-day hold for me, X, but we'll take a look at the chart here. AXDX. Let's take a look at it. See AXDX. See FDA marketing authorization. Alright, that might be, I don't know why it's going down. That was yesterday's news. It came out. It came out after close yesterday. I don't know about that. I have to think about this. The short float's 32%. It's a 27 million share float though. That's pretty small. I don't know. I'd have to convince myself to I'd have to convince myself that that's gonna be a good trade. Alright, so let me see what's up with WSO. I couldn't take but maybe 50 shares on it, so I don't know if it'll be worth it. Secondary offering, nope. And INCY, there's no new news today. Join S&P Mid Cap 400. That came out after the close yesterday, so that might be why we're reacting to it. I don't know how much that's gonna move, but it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like we're gonna get that much movement today on it. So far X, my old buddy X, and remember this is one of these stocks that can whip around pretty good on you. So if you size up, you have to be willing to let this, you gotta give it enough room to let it work. ACIA, I do not have any shorts. No shorts in SureTrader. I know I probably could locate some in SpeedTrader, but I'm not day trading in that account, so won't do anything. So let's take a look at X. See what we got here. As far as the levels here, this X is trading at 36.25. Oh, we got the 20-day right here at 36.42. We're just below that level right now. See 35. 34 is the 50-day. I'm gonna mark this out. I'll remove this drawing because now we're up here at 35, 34. That might be a good magnet for it today. I thought I had removed this drawing one time. Yeah, if we could fade this level, this 35.83, that's kind of the next one down. So I'll keep an eye on X to see if this opens up and gives us some opportunities. Things don't look as good as it did yesterday. Alright, let's see, what was the next one I was looking at? ACIA, I'm not, that looks short to me all day, and I don't have any shorts on it, so not gonna have that on my watch list. Said AXDX was kind of on the fence, so let's take a look at it. Yeah, like I said, X is a Trump play, but I think it was a play yesterday. It might not have any, may not be a play today, but I'll keep it on watch because I don't really have anything worth watching right now. See, AXDX, we're at 28.50 right now. So let's see. So we're sitting right on this support here at 28.50. We're sitting on this daily support. There's 28.50, 27.96. It's a 50-cent window here. This is about a 70-cent window. So let me see. I think we're going short. I think we're going down. But the 20, we'll look at the 5-minute here in a few. I don't think we're going up, so I'm not marking anything to the upside. I think this is the window we're going to trade in today. So let's take a look at the 5-minute chart. If we do get up there, then if we do start to go long, I'll mark it. But this, I think, if we get in, any volume in this. I'm still skeptical about this. You know, it is on our scan, but I am still skeptical about this being in play. You know, there's a lot of things that I don't like about this that's probably gonna keep me from actually trading it. But I just taking a look at it out of curiosity, because we don't really have much on our scan right now. Let's see, HCLP. What did I say was up with it? Did it not have? I can't remember. Oh, okay, yeah, it's buying the rumor. I don't want to do that. Well, people are selling it now. All right, let's go over here and see if there's anything that stands out. Ah, we've already got that on our list. NVDA. Let's see what's up with it. It's always a good trader if it has some good catalysts here. NVDA. Let's see, stop stuffers record fund. Oh, analyst downgrade. Ah, that's why it's tanking. Let's take a look at the chart. Not that one. H HPE Muhammad I don't like because the float. I've been watching it pre-market all morning. I don't like the way it was trading. The ATR is only 30 cents, and it has a over a million share float, which probably won't move that much. I mean, it can, but you know, yeah. Now that I look at it, AXDX is a 5 cent ticker, so I'm not touching that anyway. Yeah. Now that I look at that, not in play for me. NVDA, we're trade right now. We're trading around 96.70. We're kind of in this range here. So this is cool. 96.62. I think we're sitting right here on this level. So there's a nice window here to 96.62 under this level, and then we've got the 90-day right here at 95.17. I'm gonna mark that. I know it's real close to this level, but I want to mark it so that I know it's there if we get there. Yeah, so I'm gonna be watching. NVDA is gonna be on my watch. I mean, we've traded this before. It is a decent trader. So NVDA will be on my watch, and X. That's it so far. I don't see anything else. NVDA and X. It's not. I thought this was going to be a pretty good day, but doesn't look like it. Came in like a lion and is going out like a lamb. Alright guys, so that's it for me this morning. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay safe, enjoy it, and remember to trade for skill, not for money. You got to get the skill down pat. I don't care what anybody says, you have to learn how to make money. You have to learn how to make money small. Okay? You got to learn how to make money trading small. And if you're consistently making small profits, then you're going to do well. You're going to be able to sustain yourself. And I practice what I preach. I don't just talk it, I live it. And I think that's what got me to where I am, and that's what's gotten a lot of traders who started like me off on the right foot and on the path to profitability. So we'll see you bright and early Monday morning. We'll get next week started out on the right foot. We'll look for another solid week. So everybody stay safe. Have a great weekend. And we will see you on the other side.